Hello, welcome back to another first appearance video. Let's start out with the worst of the three. Asbestos Man. Holy cow. His look, wow, what can I say? The shield, okay, this is what's silly. Asbestos, for those that know what the material is, if you're old enough to live and understand, what asbestos can do is a good fire retardant. So needless to say, he was a good creation to fight the Human Torch. What with the shield and the net thing? I mean, it's for my rating, right? I go 1 is hate, 2 is blah, 3 is interesting, 4 is yeah, I like it, and 5 is awesome. Can't wait to see more of that character. And this one I don't hate. Okay, like I said, I don't hate Asbestos Man. He's kind of stupid, and I don't think he ever appear again. I could be wrong, but if Marvel duck him out and use him more than this one time, let me know. But I give him a 2 for the name, the power, and as far as the art, actually the art inside this book is pretty decent. I might flip through it real quick to show you the art by Dick Ayer. It's not a Jack Kirby creation. I like Dick Ayer. I like the way he drew. It has that early Silver Age goodness to it. It's very similar to the way Jack Kirby drew also back in the early days of superheroes at Marvel. But a 2 for the story, a 2 for the character, so a 4 out of 10. A pretty low mark, okay? But at least I didn't hate him. There's no reason to hate him, it's just blah. More so stupid than something I would hate. Now, in the same book, in the second half, which I will show the inside, is Mordo. Now, if you have the Doctor Strange 169, that have basically the retell story of Doctor Strange and his origin, then basically this is the second half of that origin, because issue 110 is of course the intro of Doctor Strange, but these books are pretty the stories in these books are pretty short, so the second half of the story is in this issue, and I will show you the interior because Steve Ditko goodness is in here. I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of Steve Ditko, Doctor Strange, and it's good stuff in here. But as far as Mordo, interesting. Certainly, his look was nothing to be excited about. Name, power, certainly, they put him out there right away as a bad guy. It will be interesting to see how they use him in the movie, since he looked like he could be a character that they would use often. Maybe he would be somebody like a Loki that are not really good, not really bad, but in it for himself. That's my guess. My guess is the way Marvel will portray Mordo will be somewhat like Loki. Not entirely evil and bad, but not entirely good either. But I give Mordo a 3 out of 5 as far as name and power and characters, because he's intriguing. Certainly, he will pose right away. You can tell that he will pose a lot of challenges for the Ancient One and Doctor Strange, because he tried to kill the Ancient One before Doctor Strange stepped in and prevent that. The art, great Ditko stuff. I give the art, the story, 4 out of 5. So overall, a 7 out of 10 for me for the first intro of Mordo. Last but not least is the big winner for this video, X-Men 12. The first half of the intro of this is a 2-story part, I think. Yeah, 12 and 13. I have 13 in a slab, unfortunately, I think. I might have a low grade copy, low grade reader, but maybe I should have put them out because then you can see the entire story. But Juggernaut, okay, Juggernaut. To me, the Juggernaut is my second favorite character that's introduced up until this point. From issue 1 to 12, with all the other characters from, you know, Eunice, Quicksilver, the Blob, Toad, you name it. Magneto, for sure. But next up, right behind Magneto, as far as the top 2 villain introduced for the X-Men book, Juggernaut. Awesome name, awesome look. I will show the inside of this book too because it's worth taking a look inside. I like the story. It gives, you know, it's not really an origin story, but it gives you the background of Professor X and his brother, the bully. And so it kind of gives you the background on how the two of them did not get along, how you know, and throughout the story, as I will show you the inside, you know, it show you, you know, the X-Men set up traps and booby traps outside the mansion because the Juggernaut is coming. Okay, so they're building up his coming as a powerful force that cannot be stopped. The Juggernaut, the name. And then by the end of the story, he show up after he went through the gauntlet and able to go through all the booby traps and obstacles they put in front of him to reach Professor X. The story concluded kind of clunkily in issue 13 from what I can remember, but as far as the story in this book, I give it a 4 out of 5. Juggernaut, the character, the power, the look, get a 5 out of 5. So this book get a 9 out of 10 for me as far as the first appearances of the Juggernaut. If you want to stick around to see the interior of both books, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so here's a close look of issue 111. I love this date stamp right here. It's pretty decent copy. I always like Silver Age books that have white interior. Look at this. This is beautiful. Barely slightly off color of the interior, but that's rare for an early Silver Age book. So here you go, right off the bat. And yeah, the shield. But as you can see, it's Dick Ayers, Stan Lee. Well, the plot is by Stan. I really like the art. The first time I flipped through this book, I almost thought it was Jack Kirby because it resembled Jack's style a lot. Let me go through real quick. Okay, so it's definitely not a worthy character to flip through the page slowly to read. Okay, and that's the first time he show up. Okay. Let me know if you think the art look a lot like Jack Kirby. There you go. The end. As the Human Torch defeated Asbestos Man by removing the oxygen. He can't breathe. And then it's a monster reprint. Let's skip through that real quick to get to the good stuff. Here we go. Doctor Strange. Baron Mordo. I love the art in this book. There you go. That's the first time. I always liked the way Ditko drew the ghost figures, or whatever you want to call it. The astral plane. Like I said, that's it. It's really short. It's not a surprise that when they did Doctor Strange 169, they were able to combine the entire story from 110 to 111 into one issue as they retell the story, his origin. So that's it. I give the score based on, you know, the entire story, not just those few short pages. Okay, let's look at X-Men 12. Juggernaut. This is a low grade, I think so. I give it a 5.5-ish. This one here have a Jack Kirby penciling and Alex Toth inking. Good stuff. I think it's a good combo. There you go. As you see, the team setting up the barrier, a shield, traps, obstacle to stop the Juggernaut. And then Professor X go into telling the stories. Check out this panel of Big Brother giving Xavier a slap to the face. Here comes the Juggernaut. Here he comes. Check out young Charles Xavier. An athlete. Car crash here. You would have thought that that's how Charles Xavier lost the use of his legs, but that's not the case. Okay, not the case. The first time I read this book, at that point, I'm just like, oh, is that how he lost the use of his legs? But that's not it, as he explained right here. Here he comes. I think they did a pretty good job building up the tension. of showing the Juggernaut, so it's definitely a fun book to read. I think they did a pretty good job of not showing you the entire look of the Juggernaut so far. So far you get a glimpse of his dimension and figures, but not yet. Just gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. He's coming through. I think Jack did a great job handling, out this entire story. Normally, I have a lot of complaint on how the pace of the stories are not well paced, and many stories ended abruptly or too quickly. But no, not this issue. I think it was a perfect laid out stories by Jack for sure. And that's it. There you go. The first time you see get a clear look at the Juggernaut. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Until the next video. Bye.